today. I'm not going to eat a greasy pork chop. I'm going to give a give a calmer energy today as I express, because a lot of people will have questions for me and they'll be like, "Why do you always talk about T.S. Madison? Why are you entertaining her narrative? Like you don't if you're not on that frequency, or if you don't vibe with the content, why would you entertain that?" And I've been doing activism, advocacy, and organizing work for about 15 years, you know, notably. Like, I think that my whole life has been about finding community, finding embrace. Um, and when I found the trans community, or when I was welcomed into the trans community, we my first network, or my first circle, was in Bogalusa, Louisiana, and we didn't know what trans were. You know, we were all two spirited. We were showing up as two spirited beings, but we were identifying as, gay men, because gay boys. We didn't have no language. Sissies, punks, whatever you want to call it. And as you grow, you don't have to forget where you came from, but those old names don't fit no more. We learned this in the Bible. They were giving them new names to go with the transformation that they had went through. And so for me, the new names and the new identities and how I've chosen to see myself is a response to growth. So I don't, vibe with being called sissy and punk and faggot and all of that anymore. But to each his own. That's just not. I feel like when you call people by a certain name, you summon a certain energy. It's like you're trying to get a particular energy from them, and so that's why I'm very particular about how I want to be identified and what I want to be called, because I know that names are spells. Grand Rising, baby. So, yeah. Anyway, moving forward, I left Bogalusa, where I was raised, and moved back to New Orleans, where I was born. And I found a stronger, trans community there. And I feel like I've always been doing this work, but it's been about um, before you could start organizing outside of your community. You know that song that you say, sweep around your own front door. So that has been the mindset that I've been in. Like, before I can start to reach across the aisle and communicate with others, I have to do everything that I can do within the Black trans community, within the Black indigenous trans community, within the deeply melanated ebanoid community, to 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 try to bring us together, to try to get us to see how some of our politics are keeping us from living in a world that many of us want to see. Now, what brings T.S. Madison into this narrative is, um, this is a constant reminder. Like, her narrative reminds us that there are some people that look like us that are perfectly fine with how this game is set up. They will complain about it because it is a way to speak to other people who are, they can channel that pain, like they can use that. But if you're playing the game and you're playing it well, do you really want the game to change? Like, if you're winning at the game how it is, what have you had to become in order to win at the game how it is? What have you had to become? what have you had to shapeshift into, or what have you always been deep down inside in order for you to win at the game? Because it's all a game. This is temporary. None of this stuff means nothing. We just entertaining ourselves down here in Tartarus, in hell, in demonic territory, because it's under demonic domain right now. As sure as we got the Pope sitting over there, and we've never had a female president of the United States. We have a one-sided religion that does not honor the divine feminine. This is anything that's half of something, anything that's not a complete truth. It's a trick, it's an illusion. And who is the author of illusions? Who is the author of that? Who runs that? Who governs that? Because the creator, the divine, is whole. The creator birthed the chaos. The creator birthed the destruction. So this is an aspect of itself. This is a part of itself. And we're navigating that. And so when you see black people who are thriving in this game, you have to ask yourself, is that who they always were? Is this some Yakub? Y'all heard about Yakub. Is this some Yakub energy? Is this what that is? Like, and so her narrative for me brings home that the division in our politics is real. It is like we try to paint this story of black people all being oppressed, all being, like all struggling, all being poor, all being, mistreated, and all being impacted in a disparaging way about colonization. All black people don't feel that way. All black people don't feel that way. Some black people love wearing straight silky wigs and makeup and high heels and can't stand to be outside, hate mosquitoes, hate nature. They want to live just like the Europeans live. All of them. There's no balance. They are 100% here for this matrix. They are 100% here for the matrix itself. Ain't trying to navigate outside of that. And a lot of them look down on people who are still connected to that indigenous side of themselves. They look at that as dirty. They look at that as field Negro energy. They look at that as beneath them. They look down upon that. And so what I celebrate about T.S. Madison's narrative, is that it is concrete proof that this is the reason why we cannot have a viable third party. This is the reason why we are talking about vote, 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 instead of having a conversation about the electoral college vote, which is going to decide who the next president is. We did not pick Donald Trump. The people picked Hillary. Yet Donald Trump still occupied that office. And this is why we will not focus on that conversation, because there are beings who are being put in place who are being leveled up, and we're looking and we're saying, "Oh, we're winning. Look at T.S. Madison. We're winning. Oh, look at all of these black people that are getting opportunities in this society. We're winning. They gave us Obama. We're winning." But no one's saying, how are we winning though? What's it costing? No one's asking those questions. And the people that do ask those questions get called retarded. The people that ask those questions, their testicles are folded up inside of them, and they have crooked teeth, and they're bums. This is a bum. Y'all listening to this bum? Look at what I have. I have money. I have a house. I have cars. I own this. I own that. you're a bum. You have nothing. This is what they did to our ancestors. This is what happened when they came over here on the boats. This is how they got us. You're going to listen to this spear throwing nappy head? Look at what I have. Look at how I live. Surely what I'm saying is more creditable. Surely what I'm saying is more valid. Surely I have more integrity. Surely I'm a more decent and upstanding person. This person is not even wearing decent clothes. This person it doesn't even have good hygiene in our eyes. This is a savage. This is a savage. You're going to take this savages, or the savage might be the sweetest, might feed animals in nature, might be so thoughtful of its environment, so caring, so compassionate. But we're going to believe the dressed up one who can perform it. That's who we trust. And this is why Black people, some of us, not all of us, because some of us are very happy with how things are going. When she got on that live and she said, the people that I work with don't give a damn about what NIGGERs, they don't care about NIGGERs. And she said the raggedy ones. Now, mind you, every time I've ever spoke about that person, I've always came from an intellectual standpoint. I've never talked about her physical aesthetic. I've never talked up under her clothes. The same things that she demonized women who were born with wombs for doing to her is the same thing that she did to me. You reap what you sow. You're looking in a mirror. The same type of person you are, you're attracting those kind of people to you. So you don't get to play innocent. You don't get to act like you're the victim, because we see who you are by how you treated me. We see how you really feel. You call Black men fags, FAGs. You call them when you're mad at them, when you're upset with them. Don't get me wrong. I said it too when I was angry. And I apologize. It wasn't right. I'm growing. But I literally said the word Butch Queens the other day. I did. I was upset, and I let myself get caught up in that energy, and I let myself get caught up in that algorithm. But I'm not upset with her today. I released the song yesterday. I released the diss track. Oh, and I'm going to exercise to it. I'm going to dance to it every day because my soul needed that. I needed to say that. I needed to record that. I needed to put that out there. I needed to. And now that I've said that, now that I've went in the studio with DJ Slash, shout out to DJ Slash. Now that I went in there and I've said that and I've done that, now I can begin to talk about the facts. But when people want to try to gaslight me and smokescreen me and say, what does T.S. Madison have to do with what's going on in the world? What does T.S. Madison have to do with Donald Trump's agenda? It has everything to do with it. Because again, this is why we cannot get a viable third party, because all of us are not trying to protect the same interest. All of us don't have the same values. All of us don't have the same morals. All of us are not being considerate of the same things. And I've had grace for her for so long because of her mother, because I love how her relationship is with her mother. But I know she may not be the most intelligent person, like the most spiritually intelligent person up here. Definitely a strategist. Definitely pays attention to what's going on and uses that to capitalize in her situation. Excellent strategist. You don't have to be You don't have to be spiritually intelligent and emotionally intelligent to be a strategist. You just have to pay attention. You just have to be observant. See, a lot of people think that because people know how to strategize and capitalize, is that they have spiritual and emotional intelligence. Spiritual and emotional intelligence gives you the power and the wherewithal to walk away from opportunities where you could capitalize because you know how this is going to end. You know how this game is going to end. Okay? There's a difference. Geminis like myself, we've always gotten bad reps. Nobody understood when I understood Kanye West. But I'm going to say this. Did you see what the industry did to Tupac? He was a Gemini. Did you see what the industry did to Biggie Smalls? He was a Gemini. Did you see what the industry did to Lauryn Hill? Now, we just saw her back on BET the other day. But everybody, if we being honest, we know Lauryn Hill, it's been interesting. Like the reports that you hear about her at concerts and just how she's been going through things mentally and what the machine did to her. It's something about Geminis and the machine. It's something about Geminis, the machine. So I'm just thankful that Kanye survived. I'm thankful he survived. I'm thankful he's still alive because Tupac didn't get that. You know, Biggie Smalls didn't get that. And as for Lauryn Hill, like these were artists who, if we would have had the opportunity to see who they became, you know, and they were allowed to flourish and to thrive, you know, in the vein of things that they were headed in. Like art has the power to shift consciousness. It has the power to open doors and to change the landscape that we're navigating. And so when you see powerful artists being oppressed, when you see powerful artists who are being mistreated and who are being their messages are being suppressed, you have to ask yourself, why is this happening? Look at the messages that Lauryn Hill had. Look at the messages that Tupac had. We don't know, like I ain't gonna really say that Biggie Smalls had like the greatest messages. Biggie Smalls was just a good ass rapper. Andre 3000, he stepped away from it, and people want him to rap now, and he'll rather play a flute. He'll rather do some vibrational stuff than really talk. Like he just want to heal you with sound. Because he like this right here. This is right here, nigga. This is right here, nigga. But I digress, you know. So I'm just like, I'm in a different place. I don't want it to look like when I speak about T.S. Madison and the like, because T.S. Madison is an example that I've tried to understand. Flame Monroe is an example that I've tried to understand. I've had grievances with Laverne Cox. I've had grievances with Janet Mock. And I've spoke these publicly. And so when T.S. Madison makes it like I'm pinpointing her, that's not what's really happening. T.S. Madison is the most vocal. Like, what I respect about Laverne and Janet Mock is if they are elitist, if they are capitalist, they do not, they understand that they have a privilege. And the privilege is, I have a lot of money. I can get into spaces that you can't get into. I have access and resources and opportunities within this matrix that you will never have. And so, because I have that, I am not going to speak down on you. I'm not going to oppress you. I'm just going to get my bag and keep my head down. But T.S. Madison is a different kind. T.S. Madison wants the privilege, wants the access, wants the opportunities, and wants the resources, and wants to be able to talk down on people who don't have what you have. And it's like, I'm trying to understand, if you have all this access, you have all this resource, you have all of this wealth, you have all of this privilege, what is it doing to elevate you mentally so that you don't feel the need to oppress people who don't have and may never have what you have? What are you like how are you modeling wealth, modeling privilege, and modeling access in a way that inspires other people to want to like I have to question any black indigenous person who is looking at T.S. Madison's narrative and saying, I want to be that. I want to be just like that. I want to be transphobic. I want to be homophobic. I want to hate myself. I want to secretly look at myself as a man, but have you respect me as a woman because I can. And I want to assert myself over you and constantly tell you about all the things that I have and all the things that I accomplished. And anyone who has an opinion that doesn't celebrate the way that I see myself, I want to be able to sit on my platform and other people's platforms and talk down on them. That's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to sit on my platform and I want to be able to demean them. I want to be able to diminish them. I want to be able to put them in their place. But what does that say about what you have? What does that say about, your privilege, your resource? How does that inspire others to want to have what you? So this is when I talk about her, I talk about her because I know that there are young. You don't have to be mixed like me. You don't have to aspire to be like me. I'm not petitioning for you to be like me. But can we find can we choose can we choose not to be an elitist person who only values black people that see material things as the standard? That's all I'm saying, babies. I'm finna go Monique for a second. My sweet babies. Can we choose not to be someone who is gonna work hard to fit into the system exactly as it is? Can we imagine ourselves? Can we find, maybe you could pull some things from her narrative. Maybe you could pull her drive, her tenacity, and her ambition. Maybe you could draw a little bit of that. Maybe you could pull a little bit of that from her. And then you could say, hey, I don't want to be the type of person that attacks women who have less than me. And the reason why these women are many times attacking me is because they live in a society that has always oppressed women. Women, females were burned at the stake. They were beheaded. They were beat, hung. She literally said in the live that Tasha K's husband, if he was a real Nigger, he would have beat her ass for her losing that money. She said that's what a real would have did. That's what she said. So at the very least, can we just have people who are like, if I'm going to go and get that bag and I'm going to make that money, I am not going to flaunt my wealth in the face of people who do not have what I have. People who, and the reason why they're mad and the reason why they're upset is because they don't have access. They don't have resources. They're a lot of us are uninformed. The way that I spoke about you, I didn't speak about you in a way that merited you to say the things that you said to me, but I can't tell a person how to respond. If you're upset, I can't tell you how to respond. But what I can say is you did not respond like a millionaire. You responded like you you got less than me. You have all that wealth and you still moving like a bum. Like literally, I should be acting like you're acting. I should be giving that. I should be the one saying all that. I should be saying that. So that's my thing. Like I'm saying this to the youth. I'm saying this to the younger people who are emulating, who are hoping to emulate that and hoping to find themselves in T.S. Madison's likeness. Let us be reminded as Black Indigenous people, as queer, deeply melanated people, that all skin folk aren't kinfolk. All of us are not trying to protect the same interest. And as we move into these dangerously political seasons in our lives, mm, and you're entitled to your opinion, all of you. Like you are entitled. If that's how you see, if you believe I hate her, then if you're listening to me and you're listening to me talk and you hear hate, if that's what you hear, and if that's what you, no one else in the comment section is saying that. You're the only one saying it. No, 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 we don't all see it. You're projecting. You're projecting. Anyway, I feel it's very, and you know what? I'm gonna say this. If I have to be the villain, if I have to be viewed as the villain, so be it. Because that's what a lot of people want. They want an oppressor. They want people to oppress them. I don't see hate. I see constructive criticism. Exactly. So it's a lot of people, and for me it's more so concern because I know the effect that this is like if T.S. Madison can be that comfortable and that bold now. Yes, everyone has a bias, right? If T.S. Madison can be that comfortable now, imagine the space she's creating for the ones that like people say, well, we're just happy to see her sitting in that position. We're just happy to see her sitting in that space. Okay, but what space is that? Like let's define that space. Like let's clearly talk about what that space is. What is that space? What does that space look like? And the people who occupy that space, how are they going to show up? I care about people who don't have wealth. I care about people who are not trying to amass wealth. I care about regular people. I have capacity and patience for regular, average, ignorant people. I want them to become more informed. I want them to become more conscious. But do they have to work hard to gain a whole bunch of material things in order to deserve the respect of our peers in society? Like, is that the world that we are trying to create? And is that the space that we want these young beings coming up to aspire to occupy? Saying that if you don't have material things, if you don't buy this and get that and amass this, then you have no value. You have no worth. So while I think her narrative is necessary, While I think her narrative is necessary because we need that example to show us who we want to be and who we don't want to be. But it's not wrong to be critical. It's not wrong to not agree. It's not wrong to openly vocalize that. And the reason why I consistently vocalize it is because a lot of people are afraid to. Because they're going to get persecuted like I'm getting persecuted now. Now, because I have the courage to speak up religiously about this human being in a respectful manner, I hate her. I'm foaming at the mouth. Where are you getting hate out of that? I'm obsessed with change, not her. I'm obsessed with living in a world where people who don't value material things can be accepted into rooms and tables and treated as human beings. I'm obsessed with that. I'm obsessed with not having someone to talk about me for going through gender reassignment surgery and then get mad at females for talking about her having a dick. I'm obsessed with shaping beings who see the inconsistencies in this story. I'm obsessed with that. I'm obsessed with drawing the, like let's she said line this up. Let's connect the dots. Let's see how it aligns. I'm obsessed with that. That's my journey. That's my narrative. Let me ask you a question. Do you consider yourself a better representative for the gay community than T.S. Madison? I don't see anything. I don't see you doing anything with your platform. I don't see you doing anything. I don't. I don't want to represent the gay community. I want to represent people who have been overlooked, people who have been discarded, people who feel abandoned. And I don't do things for show. I do a lot of things and it's not for the camera. So you don't have to see it. But trust me, the reason why a lot of people love me and the reason why a lot of people welcome me into different spaces is because they know what I do. I don't like my platform is a place of therapy for me. It's a place for me to unpack um, how I have received society's ills, how I navigate oppression as a deeply melanated queer person. It's really just a place for me to unpack that. That's why I get on here and I vent and scream and yell at the camera because a lot of times I'll be frustrated. So my platform is, and I'm advocating for others in that process, the people who can relate to me, but but my platform is not like I'm not. This hasn't been a capitalizing thing for me. Like I've never. She said those YouTube checks is drying up. I never got a YouTube check. You know why I never got a YouTube check? Because I would not talk how YouTube wanted me to talk. It was more important for me to be able to say what I wanted to say and say what I felt like saying than for me to get a check. I was never able to perform. I was never able to. I'm trying now. You see me trying. But I like and I'm 47 and now I'm finally able to stay calm and to not get upset and to not get frustrated and to not, want to see the destruction of so many things. Cuz I have chaos in me. I have hell in me too. And every day it's a fight and it's a struggle to keep it down. So I'm trying to model for people who do struggle with with mental challenges and mind challenges because of the way that society is set up and how it has traumatized us and how it's triggered us. I try to show them how you can do art and how you can create and how that can help you to keep you from harming other people or harming yourself. And it's all about what you create. So you may not see what I'm doing with my platform, but there are people who do. But the work that I do, I'm a grassroots person. I'm always, participating in functions and events and rallies and just showing up and lending my voice and lending my wisdom of my experiences. So yeah, that's pretty much. Um Yeah, what she said about your sex change hurt you. It hurt you bad. You just brought up something. You just brought up something 1 week ago. Yeah, what she said about my sex change didn't hurt me bad because what it did was it was just so shocking to hear her say it because people have said worse things to me. Like I've had people close to me say worse things. So it didn't break me. I've had people to tell me I um I mutated myself. I've had people to tell me I was a man who mutated myself like a amputee. Bitch, I didn't I done had people say worse things than that. It just shocked me coming from someone who is so respected and someone who has spoken away publicly that really makes you believe that they have the vested interest of the community. And I could understand that if I had been talking about her body parts, if I had said something about her aesthetic or how she looked, I could understand her coming for me if I had done that. I really would understand it. What I did not understand was her talking up under my clothes and calling me a man and saying I was a man. Like you're projecting, you're a man. And now I don't feel like I have to call T.S. Madison. I feel like it's wrong for me. I honestly feel like it's wrong for me to have to call T.S. Madison a she. T.S. Madison misgendered me. T.S. Madison called me a nigga multiple times. So I don't feel like I should have to respect their pronouns, yet I'm still on this live calling that person a she. So for me to hate that person, for you to see hate, is very interesting because I've never misgendered T.S. Madison. Never called T.S. Madison a he. Never did that. Never called T.S. Madison a man. Never jumped on that train. But now I actually have license to, and nobody could tell me anything. Like if I never called T.S. Madison she after this video, it would be well within my rights. It would be well within my rights. Tell me I'm lying. Just one person tell me I'm wrong. One person tell me I'm lying. Why do I owe respect to someone who doesn't give me any? I could literally call T.S. Madison he forever because you invalidated my sex change and called me a man, called me a nigga. Nothing I said to you merited that you doing that to me. So why do I have to respect you and call you she? I think we have to define trans, and the definitions are so amorphous. You have to tell me what that word means, cause that amorphous word, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to Google that when I get off of here. Um, look up the definition of bias. I know what bias means. Bias means that you have your own opinion about something. You favor one thing over the other. T.S. Madison favors wealthy people. T.S. Madison favors girls who have money, girls who are ambitious. T.S. Madison has biases over people who wear their natural hair. She's called people nappy neck. You're pointing out my biases, but I don't hear you talking about hers. Why wouldn't you want more out of life? Why? You could tell you got a nappy neck. You a dirty neck, nasty, broke. That's a bias. We all have biases. And her biases are blatant. But you're sitting here pointing out mine, a person who is talking about this human being calmly. Yet that person got up in front of the camera and talked about my nuts folded up into my pussy, talked about how raggedy my mouth was, and my mental health had no tact, had no grace, had no poise. None of those things in which your wealth and finances should afford you. Maybe you should invest some of those coins into charm school. I don't want to be the voice of the LGBT community, but I also don't want her to be it either. I don't want her to speak for us anywhere. I don't want her to speak for us in a garbage bag. She said, I never left. She said, you still in that kitchen? Sis, I lived in Africa for 9 months in the village. You go and do it. Everybody say everybody was saying she prettier than me and she more passable than me. Well, take off that wig and go live in Africa. Because I seen her in real life. I choose to look like this. I could put a wig on and straighten my teeth. These are my real cheekbones. Stop. Mm, I think we have I think we have defined that. If people focus on what's inside of people, the world would be so much more peaceful. I love people. I love who people are at their core. I care about character. I love people for who they are, a man and woman. The definition of trans and not sure include T.S. Madison, right? And that's not shade. That's not shade. I personally feel because of how much she resonate with gay men, I personally feel that T.S. Madison is a gay man who just got body work. The it's like just a queen. You know how we say butch queen, but then you say queen because the queen is feminine, but not necessarily butch. Like T.S. Madison would be the ultimate queen in that sense because there's butch queen and there's regular queen, and the queen was the feminine male, like the feminine, but they still saw themselves as a man. They still identified with being a man, but they were very feminine. So I think that would be more appropriate, like queen. But because identity, you have to see yourself as more of a woman. You have to see yourself as more of a woman. And I see myself as they, them, but one of the specific definers that I use for myself is I call myself fed, which is an acronym for feminine expression dominant. So my feminine expression is dominant. And I always occupy, um, I feel more comfortable occupying female spaces and women's spaces. Like I feel more comfortable occupying those spaces because I've been rejected a lot of times in male spaces. Because I won't uphold a lot of the rhetoric that goes on in those spaces, the dick worship, like a lot of queens and butch queens, they are, like the Bible says, men will become lovers of themselves. And you see that clearly in the gay community. I mean, gay men, bitch, you can't get no more self-obsessed, self-absorbed than some of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Bitch, when I say full of yourself, and this is one of the reasons why I kept the crooked teeth. I don't put on the wigs and the makeup because I already love myself. I love myself with these raggedy teeth. I could imagine if I had put that type of effort into it. If I had put the type of effort that some of us in the gay community put into our aesthetic, I think I would be a monster. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that vain. I don't want to be that shallow. When I got my sex change, I felt like I spent too much money. I felt bad for spending them $15,000. People around me had to say, if this is what you really want, you deserve you deserve this. Like, dude, I struggled with spending that kind of money on myself. You could ask people around me. I struggled. That's why it took me so long to actually go through it. I've been wanting to get my sex changed, but I'm always, and this is not me bragging or trying to make myself look like a somehow superior person because I like helping people, but I do like helping people. I do like helping other people. And so spending that much money on myself was hard. And I'm not saying everybody got to be like me. We're not all built to do the same thing. We're not all built to show up in the same way. But I struggled with that. And then taking more money, investing in myself. I have not seen an example of a person who was aesthetically gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. I mean, like just everything perfect. And they had that balance of not being stuck on themselves, of being able to process information deeply and to be able to have profound and spiritual conversations. I have not seen that example. And therefore I have a bias against people who look like that. Because I have not seen examples of people who look like that, who are not so full of themselves that they're self-centered and they don't care about other people. And so they let other people suffer and they let other people struggle because they feel like they're more important. So yes, I do have a bias against picture perfect people. I don't trust a lot of them. I think that I think a lot of it is for show. And we don't need a show. The seasons that we're moving into now, we need to know as a people who's sincerely for us. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to be color struck. I used to want to surround myself with aesthetically perfect looking people. I did when I was younger. I was very into that. I wanted to be with the it girls. I wanted to be all my bitches is bad bitches. I wanted that. I run with bad bitches. I wanted that. I wanted to be I wanted that. I've been there. And I also see the harm. I also have a lot of sisters who are dead because they died at silicone parties. I also have a lot of sisters who got bad silicone in their body that went with their and then they were HIV positive, and then the next thing you know, they got pneumonia and died. Girls who died trying to live up to the idea of what these butch queens would exalt. Because at the end of the day, butch queens run the world. It's not straight men who run the world. It is not straight men who run the world. And if you could get the favor of these butch queens that's in power, if you could get these butch queens to see it for you, and butch queens don't see it for you unless you willing to look like a show pony. You better trot through. It's a whole ritual in the gay community where the butch queens give you these green backs with white faces on it. They give you this. The butch queens is just giving the girls dollars, giving them money. Then in the ballroom scene, you got the butch queens giving the girls cash prizes for looking and acting and moving a certain way. In the pageantry system and the ballroom scene. And this is not a slight to those spaces. This is just me playing the whole tape. I don't think that that world should not exist. People should have an opportunity to go to the fair. People should have an opportunity to go to the land of Oz. You should be able to go. But we shouldn't make that the end all be all and make other people feel less than and make other people feel like they're unfit to be a part of society simply because they rode all the rides. They went to Oz and they was like, okay, I'm good over here. Don't make me feel bad and say, oh, you don't want nothing for yourself. That's all you want. Oh, you look so homely. Why you don't want to do nothing with yourself? Why you don't want to get yourself together? Why? That's all I'm saying. Because to me, that sounds like oppression. That sounds like someone who is doing the colonizer's work for him. And so I'm beginning to ask myself, who is the real colonizer? Is it even white people? Or are white people just the mascot? Gender, sexuality, religion, etc. None of that matters. Some who someone is matters. I love people who possess good and loving characteristics. You being fake, it's like you want to BTS. I know that's right. And you know me so well, YouTube Academia, because me and you have spent so much time together. And girl, I was just with you last night. you 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 see me, girl. You you see right through me. I think you want to BTS. And I think that's why you're defending her. And that's okay, baby. That's okay. You're making valid points. Thank you. You're skipping my questions because you're biased. I don't see any questions from you. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That's why you come off as a hater because Kaya say foul stuff about y'all. You big up Kaya. That's so weird because she's harmful. I didn't big up her. I just didn't erase her narrative. I told the truth. I played the whole tape. That's not big up in her. You can chew gum and walk at the same time. I don't have to erase someone. And these are not questions that you're asking me. So you're saying that I'm passing up your questions and you haven't asked any. Your intellect is showing. We know who you are off. We know how you're moving now. You're exposing what you are exposing is yourself. Cause I have like hundreds of videos that speak to my character. Y'all keep using biases like it's a bad word. Like people shouldn't have biases. Like make that make sense. You learned a new word and you're using it like it's a bad word. Like how is it bad for me to have biases and concerns? And I've bigged up T.S. Madison. I literally said in this video, you can pull from her ambition, you can pull from her drive, you can pull from her determination. Are those not compliments? You cyborgs are really like y'all cyborgs. It's like you bots. I complimented T.S. Madison and Kaya. I've also said unflattering things about Kaya. I've did commentary about Kaya that played the whole tape. I've did commentary about Tasha K that played the whole tape. I'm going to play both sides of the tape. That's what Gemini represents. Dark and light, chaos and order, masculine and feminine, good and evil. Mm, okay. Folks is what folks this is what so tell me how how you're getting transphobia out of what I'm saying. What is transphobic about what I'm saying? You spelled it wrong. It's Laylim Layler. That's Limler. What is that, baby? So you get to have a SRS and define yourself, but she doesn't. She literally called me a nigga. That's what I'm responding to. Baby, are you well? Are you okay? Are you okay? Cause you riding that dick real hard. Are you okay? Never said I was fish. Yeah, I am a hater. I am a hater. We all are. We all have that side to ourselves. But TS bought you more watchers. No, actually, my intellect did. Who I am as a person. She may have pointed them in my direction, but they stayed. This is the reason why she hasn't said my name before. This is the reason why she never did that. Because if she would have did it a long time ago, she probably wouldn't be where she is. See, there are a lot of girls that T.S. Madison had the opportunity to bring up and to distribute the wealth that she's hoarding. There's so many girls that T.S. Madison could have shared a platform with. And right now, all of the wealth that she's hoarding, all of the wealth that is centralized in her 3 and 4 homes, it would have been evenly distributed amongst us, and we would have modeled for society how not to do the 1% shit. Mhm. Could have happened. We could have modeled for this society how the 1% ain't it. We don't want that. We don't want that no more. We don't want to play that game no more. We want to do something different. And T.S. Madison's not the only girl who's done that gatekeeping shit. She's not the only girl who's gatekeeped resources. Some you look. Let me see. You have talked about what happened with the insecurity when you went to her event. If she caused you bodily harm and people still advocate for her, this is sickness. Oh no, when I went to her event, she didn't have anybody to do anything to me. But the way she told the story, it did look like she had me thrown out that time. But she's talking about when me and my girlfriend went into a bar on Bourbon Street. Security got the tea and they didn't let us in the bar, because that's how they do all black trans women. They wouldn't have let her in either. Like they would have stopped her at the door. Like they would have, it would have been probably worse. But but what happened was, um, the reason why I got threw down on the ground was because my girlfriend threw a drink on one of the security guards, and when she threw a drink on him, he was chasing behind her to hit her, and I jumped on him to stop him from hitting her. And so when I jumped on him, the other security guard jumped on me and pinned me down. So the only reason why I ended up getting thrown on the ground, they weren't like she's painting this narrative that I just got fucked over. That's not what happened. Nobody was gonna put their hands on me. I put my hands on the other nigga because my sister threw a drink on him because she's never had no shit like that happen to her before. So she threw a drink on him, and when she threw the drink on him, it was an old queen. That was the reason why he got the tea. He was a fucking queen his damn self. If we gonna keep it real. He clocked the tea because he was an old sissy. He motherfucking pinned her down on the. He motherfucking threw it. She threw a drink on him because she was mad because he asked us to leave. And then the younger dude, who when I jumped on him, the younger dude came up behind me and threw me on the ground and pinned me down on the ground. Then T.S. Madison said, I'm a big girl. I should have been swinging. I am fucking 5'8". What the hell are you talking about? Like, where's this narrative coming from of me being this big ass nigga? I'm 5'8" with literally no testosterone in my body. Where are you getting this narrative from, sis? Blame, pause though. The president, straight. The Butch Queens have done nothing with the ball scene. The TS girl, the TS has a house full of girls. I don't know who you are, but I don't know why you come on my lives. Like literally, I don't go on TS lives and comment in her comment section because I know I'm not gonna agree. The only way that I see her content is when somebody else who I actually follow does her content. Like I haven't been on. I know that I'm triggered by her, so I don't go on her platform. And this is what I don't understand about you, YouTube Academia. I don't understand why I'm starting to think that you're a robot and you're not a real person. Because why do you come on my platform when you seem to never agree? Like you. Like, why do you come on my platform if you never agree with what I'm saying? Like you're talking about me, but that's kind of sick. Like you calling me a hater. I'm on my platform, not hers. I'm not over in her comment section, up under her videos, saying stuff like fucking with her. Like if somebody else put something else, I talk about it, but I don't go and disrespect her in her house. I don't. This is my house. This is my house. This is my platform. I'm on my platform. You're coming in my house being disrespectful. If you don't fuck with what I'm saying, why are you here? Because you're giving hater. Like the things that you're accusing me of are things that you actually are. You are always in my comment section rooting for Netta and rooting for T.S. Madison. Why are you here, sis? Our brother, I don't know what you are. I don't know what you are. I do not know what you are. Good morning. I'm a new sub. I love your commentary, education, and honesty. You have a nice personality. Thank you for a different perspective. Thank you, Golden Queen H. Luna Moon. I think you're beautiful. You already look fish. Thank you. TS is not a corporate thug. She got it out the dirt. Celebrate her. Yes, she is a corporate thug. You're entitled to your opinion. She did not get it out the mud. She was a porn star. That's not out the mud. Porn is an industry, a lucrative industry. She didn't get it out the mud. That's not out the mud. That is not out the mud. I'm no. She used. She went and got her body done. She invested in her body, and she capitalized off of it. That's as corporate as you can fucking get. Commodifying human beings, you just commodified yourself. Then after she commodified herself, she she got more people to come on. She had people working for her. She made a business out of it. What do you mean? She did not get it out the mud. That is a business. Sex work is a business. Miss Thing did wasn't turning tricks on the corners for years. You celebrate her and celebrate her on your platform. Celebrate her on your page. Celebrate her on your timeline. You don't get to come up in here and debo my conversation. And I promise you, this gonna be the last time. Cause you done it quite a few times. And I've been being patient with you. And now I'm fed up with you. Now I'm fed up with you. Now I could understand if you were saying some positive things and some negative things, but that's all it is. Every time you come up in here, you caping for Miss Netta, even when I'm not saying any bad things about Miss Netta. I've been real patient with you, YouTube Academia. I've given you plenty, I've given you time after time, and you continue to come in my comment section and you do the same thing. I've been nothing but graceful with you. I said I was gonna boot you out, and I ain't never booted you out. And you come in here, and then you try to paint me as T.S. Madison. You wouldn't even be allowed to talk to her if you were doing this in her comment section. Somebody would have been got rid of you. Yet I have been graceful with you and gracious with you, and you keep playing in my face. I've let you come in my comment section multiple times to show you that I have patience with people. Now my patience is done. I screenshotted your account. I'm gonna find you. They are star seeds. They are the most powerful because they are heavenly protected. Rule 34 also applies to cyborg. Yeah. Academia, you keep trying to project some other stencil onto her. It's not working. Right. Right. It's a projection, like literally. I just like trolling. I don't have hate. Imagine this guy watching Boondocks. I like everything you're saying. I don't know why trolling and alliances these days keep people from seeing other people's point of view, which are a lot of times rational and make sense. Right. And this is why, like, I'm the reason why I have these conversations is because this is what really honestly, like, people will try to say you're dating outside of your race, and I'm rooting for everything black. We got so many slogans in our community that's just not true. Just because you're rooting for a black person don't mean they're rooting for you. And just because and don't and a lot of people who say they're rooting for everything black, they're not. They're rooting for everything black that's moving like they moving. Like, it's all of these stereotypes and all of these lies and all this stuff that people in our community parakeet to protect one another. And it's the reason why we are not getting ahead as a people. Pick me's are being selected, but as a movement, we are not raising up as a community, as a race of people. Black people are not rising up. It is still the same thing it was 200 years ago. Pick me's. You getting picked if you could perform the way master needs you to perform. And now we started to create a brand of Negro that is comfortable with getting in front of the camera and saying, "Cause cause I mean, like, I've said some ignorant stuff. Like, if you go through my old videos, I have said some ignorant stuff. But I live below the poverty line. Come on. That's gotta earn me a little grace. I live below the poverty line. Come on, give me a little grace. When you are wealthy and you have power and influence and resources, you don't got no accountability. You can still say whatever you. That's oppression. Like my words can't oppress nobody. I don't have no resources. I don't have no wealth. I don't have no like I don't have access to rooms where I could be like, hey, you can't come in here. Like, you can't be up in here. Like like I can sit on here and fuss and rant, but like, I can't make no phone call and be like, hey, look, I want to, like, it's a difference when I go on a red than when T.S. Madison go on a red. Don't you think it should be a different level of accountability at that point? I'm just saying, like T.S. Madison definitely a gatekeeper. You're making great sense. The only gatekeepers are metalheads because All of their music sucks. Look at the troll. Okay, I hear you, troll. I watch a few people and I love to hear everyone's perspective, and we don't have to agree with everyone all the time. Correct. You Native American? I definitely have indigenous blood. Golden Queen, I do notice sometimes it's like a cult following on different channels. Exactly. Mattel, human person, asking, da, 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 da. You went viral. You went viral talking about my. No, I didn't. I I didn't go viral talking. Are you okay? Like the video that I did talking about Miss Netta got got like 800 views. The video that I did responding to T.S. Madison got almost 5,000 views. No, I didn't go viral talking about your cousin. And I've literally said that I have mental challenges. I can acknowledge mine. I said that. I said it multiple times in this video. Again, are you okay? I literally said my platform is to help me navigate my mental challenges because if I don't take care of myself, I will be the type of person that will want to harm myself or I will want to harm others. And so I have to take care of myself. I have to constantly check in. This is why I do art. This is why I make music. This is why I talk about how things affect me and impact me. Mental illness is not a dirty word. A lot of people who think that they don't have mental illness actually have mental illness. Hence the problem. People think that they're perfectly fine inside their head. People think that there's nothing wrong with them, and those people are being raised up and seen as important and given huge, tremendous platforms, and they're not checking in on themselves. And so they're getting on large platforms and they're spilling out venom over everyone. See, I know what's going on with me. This is why I'm able to talk about myself like this. Mental illness is not a dirty word, sister. But if you're going to talk about my mental illness, make sure you're evaluating your own. Thank you. What are your thoughts about the Netta hate train? I talked about it the other day. I think that people are exploiting Miss Netta's need to feel um, people are exploiting Miss Netta's need to feel seen because of how society has traditionally seen individuals that show up like Netta. And so everybody is just, they're exploiting her need to be seen and and everybody's capitalizing off of it. And I don't think it's a hate train. I think it's justified because of how Miss Netta shows up, and I think that people are capitalizing. And it's like, to them, Netta is not Netta's Netta's like I am. Netta is collateral damage. In their mind, who is Netta really? We could say what we want to say about Netta. Nobody really cares about Netta other than, Netta. They're saying that they wish Netta would sit down and shut up, but they really don't. They hope that Netta will continue to talk and Netta will continue to do what she's doing so that they can continue to get a bag off of her. That's what they hope. Quit listening to Dave. He's a troll. I'm not. Wait. Sex work, independent work, though. It's literally called Big Dick incorporation. I'm trying not to call this bitch dog. I'm trying not. I'm trying not to. Bitch, I am trying so hard. I'm trying so hard. Bitch. Ooh wee. TSS said used to walk the stroll. Even her gay mother. Oh, Eve, her gay mother saved her. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew she walked the stroll at first. Yeah, I know she did walk the stroll. If Carrot Top was a porn star, he'd have a native name on his arm. Oh, okay, yeah, I see why you said stop entertaining Dave, because Dave is a troll. I get what you're saying. Stop draining your energy. I do not like to confuse big back gossip, girl, XOX, Ruby May, etc. She is a closeted trans who's ashamed of themselves. That's why they won't cam up because that back is huge. Ooh, Gossip Girl looks 65 even without the filter. These girls love to talk about looks when they are so upset in real life. And you know, Gossip Girl had pretty privilege as a male. And, you know, in the beginning of the transition, had pretty privilege. You know, so a lot of things is gonna come from that space. And people scream they are activists but show no activism, at least across the board. Selective activism. That's not a compliment. Academia. Oh, oh, you reading her now? Well, we all have LOL, but to be mean and nasty all the time shows some are not truly happy and not speaking in general. No one is specific. There's so many. No one is speaking in general. No one specific. There's so many. I see that act this way. Come on now. You is dropping them gems. You dropping them gems, Golden. I'm here shutting y'all bad built big backs down. Oh my goodness. Now see, sister. Now see, sister, you just started doing your exercise and running, Monty Mon. Stop it, Monty Mon. Don't do that, Monty Mon. That's wrong. Now we not doing that, Monty Mon. You been wanting to read. You been wanting to read. You been wanting with the messy sweet spot. Cause I saw when you left it on the comment in the comment section. I was just speaking on how now it seems like everyone is okay with dragging and selling our souls for money. This money is turning people against each other. That's right. Mm. Maybe them is a cousin. I think the fuck not. Slow ho. See, this is why we as a people look me motherfucker trying to sit up here talking. I'm up here just cackling at the shit. We all have mental challenges by our current environment. Who's gonna admit it though? Exactly. You cannot tell me like who the fuck ain't fucked up at this point. They're doing diabolical things behind the scenes. Look, Panoramic Dave. If you don't fucking stop it, the harvest. They harvest Netta's energy. They sure do. Nah, I could agree with that. It's a harvesting going on. I agree. Now Netta calling herself not YouTube Academia trying to holler at somebody. Girl, you know I'm about to delete you off of this. I'm about to now you trying to bitch. This ain't the pickup spot hole. Not you flirting with the troll in the girl. Girl, you come on here to project and be messy, girl. Now you done got distracted being thirsty, ho. So slobbing at the mouth for days. Girl, stop. I agree. Now Netta calling herself ugly. Never claim what people tell you. I hate that for her. I hate what I'm seeing. When I see her, I was just cooking and doing skits and minding her business. And you know what? Netta, like, no tea, no shade. When Netta first came on the scene, I like, even though society wouldn't say that she was traditionally beautiful, um, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know the tea at first. I didn't know the tea. Bitch, I grew up in the country, and women come in all shape, forms, and fashions. So, bitch, I ain't know. And T.S. Madison is not ugly by a long shot. She's not ugly by a long shot. I don't consider her pretty. I consider her glamorous and mainstream attractive. I will give her that. I'm not gonna say that T.S. Madison is a beautiful girl. I'm just, if you could say I'm jealous, you could say I'm hating. I don't see her as a beautiful girl. I see her as attractive, and I see her as pleasing to the mainstream eye. She's mainstream ready. Netta give you, if you going in the backwoods in the country and child, you want you a good plate. Netta give me that. Netta give me like, and I don't think that it's, I think that it's demeaning. I think that the conflict between Netta and T.S. Madison is Netta reminds us of everything that black women are capable of being. And T.S. Madison is what a lot of black women are aspiring to be. T.S. Madison is the mainstream version of what some black women want to be. And Netta is the black woman that we don't talk about, but we know exist. They represent these two archetypes. And I'm not fixing to call Netta ugly because I don't think that Netta is ugly. I think that Netta is not what society would view as beautiful. That's how I feel about Netta. And I think that T.S. Madison has a more pleasing look in a European gaze. A lot of cyberbullying, disgusted, reading, dragging. We all cut up from time to time, but we can't keep harming people. Emotions, mental wellness is important. I don't think name calling Dave is doing, but the other stuff is breaking the monotony of this never ending Madison talk. You gonna let me process this? You gonna let me process this? Once you stop looking Looking at life through a binary lens, you are seeing right and wrong in the eyes of the beholder. Multiple things are true at the same time. Even the vilest of society have their role to play. This is true. And that's what I was trying to say in this video. Thank you, Miss Bubbles. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Like, and I think that that's what it's about. It's about exploring narratives. Like, it's about discussing these narratives that perplex us, and these narratives that cause us to really like explore our identities and what role we want to play and how we want to show up and what character we want to play in this game. Like, and I think that T.S. Madison's narrative is a narrative that often has me like this. I mean, like, I can't believe she said that. I can't believe she said that. And that's why I bring this bitch up. Oh, I gotta get off the live, y'all. I gotta get off the live. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so I wanted to just read in these comments though before I wrap up this live, because I'll give it some good comments. I watch many content creators, and I like them all, including you now. And I just try not to pick sides of anyone, because everyone has issues. Because it's not my business, lol. I just want to see everyone get along. Don't you wish we could get to that place? Oh my goodness, we're stronger together. This is so true. Oh, name calling, just no. Oh, no name. I'm name calling, but everybody out. I'm name calling everybody out. No, TD TD. Oh, TD, a TD, a TD. Many are called, but but few are chosen. Oh, and I don't know if I want to continue to live in that narrative, because that's giving me some 1% teas right there. Y'all ate Gossip Girl up, baby. Oh yeah, well Faith. Faith been waiting to get at Gossip Girl. Um, I don't like how they use looks, material, all that stuff to validate their existence further than you. The person Gossip Girl is miserable. I'm on tip. I'm on tip on Sunday. Like, r- or rather crooked teeth than a big bag. Why are you inside my head? Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head, babe. And that BBL you can't get rid of. Oh my goodness. Wait. Wait. Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm done. I'm stop. I'm not being messy no more. I'm okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm okay. Let me stop. Let me stop. Kadi, I love that you don't sound like you are a sandwich with mayo. It's real for me. Ooh, laughing is good for the soul. Wait a minute. Wanna hang out on the moon again? Oh my goodness. I made mac and cheese again. This nigga here. Uh, Me either. I've seen women that look like Netta. I only knew TS cause she promotes it. Okay. Netta was promoting TS, huh? I kick it tomorrow. I'm finna stop reading your stuff. Netta was passing as a woman, which a lot of trans people upset. Effortlessly, effortlessly. Cause baby, Netta give wholeness, baby, and you know that's what black women give at their origin, honey, wholeness, baby. That's why I like giving my old, that's why I like giving my teas, Eddie, because actual black women, bitch. Yeah, they tried to get us caught up in this matrix and have us putting on all these wigs and makeup and shape shifting and doing all this stuff, girl. Baby, that ain't never been necessary for the black woman. The black woman is everything, honey. Everything, baby. Baby, they come in all shapes, forms, or sizes, baby. You can't put the black woman into the box, bitch. She is the whole earth, the whole planet, the whole universe, baby. She don't have no aesthetic. She's everything. She's everything. Tasha K said that, and I agree. Netta reminds us of someone we all knew in the neighborhood, and I think they feel if you're basic, it should not have the level of success or popular. I agree with you. Period. That's all I've been saying the whole time. Bitch, we all know Anetta. We all know Anetta. Hey, not Osama bin Laden. No, I keep sending them the model. Let me stop. I keep slipping into your comments. We are highly distracted with looks, and the better you look, the more you should have it. If you're not socially attractive, you don't deserve nothing. Sick mindset. Child, they always used to be nobody, like everybody always was your body, your body, your body, your body, your body. The motherfuckers was obsessed with my body. Your body, your body, your body, your body, your body, your body, your body. Like motherfuckers have always just treated me like a slab of meat, and that was another reason why I just didn't want to go further into the whole aesthetic thing. Now I do like to be a certain size for my sanity, because I like to be able to look androgynous. I like to be able to look. When I'm bigger and more curvier, I don't get clocked. I blend right in. I give you there. Everybody just assumed that I was born with a pussy. I like looking clocky. I like for you to be able to get it. I like that because I don't like to have to spill my tea with a sex change because I'm visible. I'm not. I'm so visible. If I am in a relationship with somebody, even if he can't tell by looking at me or being around me, my activism and how I show up, that's a part of my life. So he gonna have to know, and he gonna have to accept that. So I try to accept people. I try to give people something that when they look at me, they already know this bitch about to get clocked. People about to ask questions because of the way that this bitch show up. I do it on purpose so that my partner will know if you gonna fuck with me, this is what you're dealing with. Yes, I'm not trying to be passable. Now, when it benefits me, when it suits me, okay, sure. If I'm in an unsafe place and I don't feel safe, I might try to do a little blend in. Or if I'm out with some children and I'm babysitting and I don't want people like trying to ask questions and all that, I'm old school. I'm trying not to bring that much attention to myself. I know how to, for the environment I'm in, I know how to switch it up. But for the most part, I try to show up as authentic as I possibly can because my activism makes me visible. People can Google me and find out about me easily on the internet. So I don't want to present something to a man where he thinks, or a partner or whoever he is, when I meet him, I don't want him to think, oh, this is how you always gonna show up. You always gonna dress up for me. You always gonna wear wigs for me. You always gonna wear makeup for me. You always gonna wear dresses for me. You always gonna be extremely feminine. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. That's not who I'm gonna be. No, I'm not. So why present all of that to you? Take me as I am, like Mary J. Blige said. I never heard a biological woman say they aspire to be a T.S. Madison. We say women like Angela Bassett. Well, when I say aspire to be like T.S. Madison, I mean, the aesthetic, the glamorous look. So, Taraji P. Henson, um, Beyonce. like women who are glamorous, and T.S. Madison falls into that vein of women who are, traditionally always made up and have their hair together, and that type of stuff, so um exactly. I understand what you were saying, and when it was coming out of my mouth, I knew, one of y'all was gonna feel away. But when I say that, because TS models herself after certain kind of women, and those are the type of women that I think that she would be more in the vein of, black women who are, more glamorous, like your Gabrielle Unions, like your Kelly Rowlands, more in that vein. And Netta reminds you of black women who remind you of home. Even though neither one of them were born biologically female, they they're on the spectrum. Netta reminds you of somebody you will see in the kitchen on Thanksgiving. And T.S. Madison reminds you of still somebody you'll see in the kitchen on Thanksgiving. But the way that she dresses it up and the way that she packages it is more like the like a Tamala man, like that, some take me to the king foolishness. Okay, to be a hater, go go find some money, girl. We want to see you look your best instead of online hating. I do look my best. And you're right. The first line was very true. Too caked to be a hater. But I'm not too caked to have an honest conversation that is difficult to have. I'm not gonna move like a fan. You're moving like a fan. You're T.S. Madison's fan. You're Netta's fan. I'm not a fan. I'm a person who thinks critically and has a different perspective. And if you view that as hating, then go ahead, baby. I love how a lace, I know how a lace, but baby, I gotta sow my seed in my head. No, I'm saying TS came out saying she was trans. Only reason I knew Netta never said was she identified. Yeah, and T.S. Madison asked her, "Oh yeah, right, right, right." And so that was when you I never looked at it like that. Show did. Alexa play Regina Bell. Love this. This is love, only love. I think I'm falling for you. Do you think that we really promoting gender identity? Is the whole identity or part, or some feeling like it's not important to put out there? Yeah, people just want to be people. People just want to be people. Hey baby, just met you on your point. I came from Madison in the beginning, but her personality is ill and beginning to make her very unattractive to me. Your personality is your soul. Amen. A woman. I feel you. I watch your older videos. Beautiful. Many times, y'all don't. They can't always tell. To. I don't care to Carmen San Diego. The love peeps for personality and their spirit. Love peeps for personality and their spirit. Amen, a woman. I want to see other trans like yourself come out here and in your thing, and let's stop letting Madison lead. And it's the sad part is is that in order for me to rise up like that, I have to straighten my teeth, put a wig on, and become a motherfucking glamazon. And that's why I be on here fussing. Because why? Like, why can't we just be talented? Why can't we just be creative? Why we have to look like something white people want to see? Like, house niggas want to see. Like why we got to do that? Like why we have to look a certain way to be celebrated? Like, and if that make me sound bitter or jealous or jaded because I am fucked up about that, and I'm fucked up about the way, because I know when I used to wear the makeup and the hair and the wigs, I know how I act. It's a spirit tied to it. When you put on that wig and that makeup and all of that, a spirit come with that. A spirit comes with that. Y'all saw that movie about that weave and stuff, and they was putting that weave on, and they started acting a certain way. The black women was acting a certain way. That shit is true. Everyone, yes, everyone needs to be front and center. It should not just be TS. Sometimes I feel she wants it to be that way. Everyone out front, if they desire to be. Child, let me take a piece of my aloe vera plant and wash my face. I'm a natural girl. I love my earth and what it brings to me. Like Vivica Fox, Toni Braxton, characters in Kingdom Come, the difference. If most of them take all that makeup off, Miss Netta will look better than them. Bitch, you better read. Don't you think? This and took the seal out their face. Don't leave out that boy. Do you think this two-party system is ripping this country apart? Absolutely. And we're never gonna get a third party viable system at the rate we're going. Mama, you gotta call. You gotta cut off this chat room, sister. I know, right? Cause I'm just like, I'm reading the comments. I love y'all. I gotta go. I gotta text her since I'm supposed to be meeting somebody. But I love like the comments. I love the comments. I love reading the comments. Like, bitch, I'ma give you one more chance, YouTube Academia. Cause you motherfucking got yourself together. No, I ain't found a flaw. I found multiple flaws. You saying a flaw? No, I found multiple flaws. Bitch, I'm gonna give you one more fucking chance. One. Oh, Biggie, give me one more chance. Bitch, I'm gonna give you one more chance, bitch. You come on my live, bitch. The next time, bitch, I don't give a fuck if I'm talking about Netta or if I'm talking about T.S. Madison, bitch. Cause it look like you found a flaw with me, and you're on here all the time in my comments, projecting. At least I'm trying to have an intellectual conversation about what's bothering me, but you just over here caping and dick riding. I'm gonna give you one more chance. Now I've screenshotted your information. I will keep it. Let me get off this live. Okay, I love y'all. We're gonna talk again later. Leave some comments in the comment section. Make sure you can click like. Push this girl through the algorithm. We had a good talk today. We was unpacking. We was breaking down. We was working through trauma and emotions. Periods. Because this is how you unite the tribe. Amen. A woman, lay lim, lay lur. Thank you, God Goddess. Down but now that I say cool, it keeps spinning and turning in Gani, Iyanko, Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you know you are. Bound and round, both circle and square. We do speak life, so operations beware. Sending healing to those in despair. El Babosawa. We come in peace. No harm to any. Lay lim, lay lur.